I wait for the thing in the top right to go away. And then I say the thing, which is, welcome back to Pokemon Stadium 2 with friends named Callus. I'm Skylar, and with me today, guy who doesn't quite qualify for the first part of this title, Scott.
Hello.
Callus is sleeping, we're recording, and we're not doing Prime Cup today. We're doing Challenge Cup.
If I'm not mistaken, that one's immensely more difficult.
Challenge Cup is more RNG, but I do enjoy Challenge Cup the most out of this little section of the game.
Oh, you even got a preset team.
Yep, that's how Challenge Cup works. They give you a preset team, semi-randomized moves, and the opponents are also randomized.
Wow.
And we actually got a reasonable team here.
Yeah, like, Executor is surprisingly useful. Does he have Explosion?
No, we aren't that lucky, but we got Psychic, Sunny Day, and Solar Beam.
It has been quite fun, Generation 2. Because it's the last gen that had, although I don't think it's as cool as, what Mystery Dungeon did in, Time and Darkness? Sky, if I'm not mistaken. Where they had both abilities implemented. And because of that, in, Hidden Land, I think it was Hidden Land, find Bronzor a little later that are basically immune because ghost attacks aren't very effective to steal at the time, which was then fixed in Generation 5. In Generation 4, Bronzong in the Mystery Dungeon series was basically untouchable, preventing fire attacks from really doing anything, so that's an immense amount of brokenness.
With that trivia out of the way,
Let's begin.
Normally I do a bunch of save states in this, but I'll probably wait till semifinals, given that Challenge Cup is unique in that the teams are semi-randomized every single time.
You can easily take with Fire Punch.
Well, we're Thunder Punch.
Yeah, Thunder Punch it is. See that in Generation 1 through 3, all normal attacks are physical.
Yes, they are. This Hyper Beam's pretty much useless.
Although he just get, oh jeez, it lives. Weird. So that means your frickin' Hyper Beam will do greatly, but you should return it though.
Yeah, I'm not typically a big fan of trying to roll for the roll against Confusion.
Confusion's got like a 50% in this gen.
50% until Gen 7, I believe.
Yeah, 7 nerfed it, which is a bit of a plus and a bit of a negative. Negative in that, oh come on, like why won't it hit itself? But also, oh geez, this thing is basically useless. Like your chances are the same as paralysis or burn from discharge and scald respectively.
Yeah, my least favorite nerf of 7 was Thunder Wave.
Yeah, it was at its best in Gen 5 because it introduced frickin' Electro Ball, man. I tested it with I think it was Shay or someone else. Tested out how powerful a single Electro Ball from Ampharos was. The Tentacruel, it had max HP and special defense. One charge and then Electro Ball and it was dead.
There was also one match in the, I want to say MLP, where I used a Rotom Fan with Thunder Wave in Gen 6 with Charge and Electro Ball. And it did about 90% to Jake's Bronzong.
Yeah. Electro Ball is actually the strongest electric move.
And it's circumstantial.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That, and if you pair any electric attack with Charge, it destroys everything. Except for Thundershock, probably.
Thundershock is now Thunderbolt.
Oh,
almost.
No.
It's almost, but 40 to 80.
Unless the user has Technician. Yeah, actually, if the user had Technician, it would definitely be a Thunderbolt.
It would then be 60 to 120. It would be a Thunder.
Oh, not quite. If the user has Technician and it uses Thundershock, which is 45.
I thought Thundershock was 40.
Yeah, Thunderbolt. It would basically be a...
So Thundershock is 40, and Charge doubles it The technician would bump it up to 60. The charge would bump that up to 120. It would essentially be pre-nerf Thunder.
Yeah, it would be a Thunder. Yeah.
Or current Zap Cannon without the para.
Yeah.
I'm fine with losing the Ampharos.
You got a 10% chance with that. Oh, Mega Horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that it took them only, what, 1 gen to be somewhat okay. Bug attacks. Though it is kind of sad that dark attacks all throughout gens 2 and 3. Rich.
Yeah. If you wanted to use good dark attacks, you had to use a Houndoom.
That's awful. It has Fire Blast. If it had Flamethrower, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, I know you don't like Fire Blast, but I love Fire Blast.
Dislike Fire Blast greatly. All because I lost my match with Josh because of it. It missed.
Okay, I really can't touch this thing with this mon. I have an Omastar in the back. I'm gonna try and ship it down.
Just give it a stomp.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Alright. Yeah, Rapidash has...
That horse just step on me?
You don't want to get stumped by a horse.
That's typically lethal. Especially when it hits you critically.
Freaking crit,
stepped on its throat.
Yeah. What happened in real life if you get stomped by a horse? Oh, the luck. At least it's not Gen 1 though. It'd be critting almost always. Because of a broken...
I don't know if the flinch mechanic worked that way. Critting always. Yeah, that would be. Because it's a Rapidash.
It is Rapidash.
It wouldn't be always, but it would be like probably like 15%, somewhere around that, 15-20.
Victreebel and Venusaur,
with Razor Leaf.
Oddly enough, always critted with Razor Leaf.
Yep, and Sand Slash on up for speed, I think, always crit with Slash. Parasect almost always crit with Slash. Because it was actually so slow that it didn't always crit with Slash.
It's better off just playing the remakes of Fire Red and Leaf Green than ever going back to Gen 1.
I really do like the remakes.
They hit a nice sweet spot. And this was before things got complicated in Gen 4. And I love Gen 4. I love Gen 4 more than any other generation. 5 is a close second because, well, 5 was super unique. Why did you go for Hyper Beam?
Because it wasn't Hyper Beam, it was Hydro Pump.
Weird. I read that as Hyper Beam for whatever reason. Anyway.
Your eyes deceive you.
So... what was I going on with? Oh yeah, Gen 4 and 5. 5 was, the most out-of-water kind of experience there was. In that, like, you know, in Black and White, you didn't have any of the OG Pokemon. You had a new set of an entire region, almost, what was it? Almost close to 150? Entirely unique experience where you got to learn more about, you know, what Pokemon were similar to. And I do get understand a lot of the criticism about the freaking ice cream and trash. Cool though. They were genuinely cool. Stunfisk being my favorite from that gen.
I did not play a lot of Gen 5, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. Playable because...
I bought it... The first time I bought Gen 5 was 1 week before Gen 6 to get readjusted back into Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah.
I know a little bit of the start of the game of White, too.
Yeah, actually I have White 2. It's a bit of a slower pace, but it's still otherwise a good time.
Ooh, got the roll.
Ooh, indeed. Yeah, my biggest gripe though was the sequel. Oh, man. It takes a long time to get past the first bit. It's absolutely noticeable. Be it tutorials or forced to go to a movie of sorts.
Oh, the Sound Fan's killing itself. Goodbye.
Oh no.
Special Gyarados, new meta. I'm so glad about the Gen 4 split.
Yeah, I am freaking happy about that. And a lot of like criticism that even with like Platinum fixing some of the issues, Pearl to be a good experience. If you had Diamond, that's fine. But what I liked about it most was that it was slow paced. You could absorb the environment and enjoy the music. Like 4 and 5 had the best music out of all of them. I will put aside one exception with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness having an amazing soundtrack. Not necessarily replicated, but more or less reached the same feat. What I mean.
Gale of Darkness is the one Callus played. I have not played that. I've played Coliseum.
Mirror B's theme.
Mirror B's theme is amazing.
Yeah, he's a freaking
They need to canonize Mirror B.
Because it's so goofy. Like, even in, like, freaking Coliseum, he was a dude in, he had a freaking afro and golden disco attire. Like, he has so much personality. Oh man, they had so much fun. I could tell. They had a lot of fun with him. And, in Gale of Darkness, they only solidified that.